Hello and welcome. So, today we're going to be talking about parallel lines and transversals and some of that specific vocabulary for them. So, we have four specific vocab words we're going to be looking at. We have vertical angles, corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, and alternate exterior angles. Now, what do all of these angles have in common is that if you have any four of these, okay, they're going to be congruent angles to each other. Okay, so what that means is that if you have vertical angles, alright, so for example, let's just talk about vertical angles really quick. Vertical angles essentially means that any angles that are directly vertical to each other, right? So if you have angle 3, directly vertical to that one would have been angle 1. So angle 3 and angle 1 are vertical angles. And once you have this, that means that whatever measure angle 3 is, so let's say that angle 3 is, I don't know, 120 degrees. And that means because it's a vertical angle to angle 1, that means that is also 120 degrees. They would have to be equivalent or congruent. Because they're equivalent angles, their measures are equivalent because they are congruent. Okay? So that is what it means when we have congruent. That means it's the same. So you're going to have the equal angles on that one. So angle 3, let me use the same color for that one. And angle 1, directly vertical. That means that you have another pair of those angles, and that's going to be angle 4 and 2. Because if you kind of turn it on its side a little bit, if I could rotate this picture, I would, you can notice that we have like this direct kind of vertical. If you were to go kind of rotate this picture, then directly to 4 would be angle 2 there. Okay, and that's not the only place that we have vertical angles at. Right down here, you'll notice that angle 6 is directly vertical to angle 8. Those are vertical angles. We also have angle 7 directly vertical to angle 5. Those are congruent. Okay, so those are vertical angles. Okay, an angle is corresponding if it's in the same position, but like the same area of an angle. So, for example, angle 3 is in the top left of that intersection between the parallel line and the transversal. Well, in the bottom, where we have the second parallel line, you'll notice that angle 6 is also that top left. So angle 3 and angle 6 correspond to each other. And they are the exact same. They are congruent, which means that they would be the same angle measurement. So angle 8 and angle 1, those are congruent because bottom right and bottom right, they correspond to each other. And then you have angle 2 corresponds to angle 5. Those are congruent. And then you have angle 4 corresponds to angle 7. Those are congruent to each other. So those are your corresponding angles. Okay. Next is alternate interior angles. So first off, let's break this down. Interior means inside. So we have two parallel lines, right? And if you look at the inside, the stuff between the parallel lines, that is the interior, kind of. And so what happens is that when you have alternate interior angles, you say, okay, so here's angle 4. On the alternate side of the transversal, okay, still inside the parallel lines, you have angle 5. So an alternate interior angles is that angle 4 and angle 5 are congruent to each other because they're on the alternate side, on the interior of the alternate side of the transversal, on the interior between the parallel lines. Okay, likewise, angle 6 and angle 1 are congruent. Those are alternate interior angles. Well, we can also say something about the four angles on the outside, right? 2 and 3 and 7 and 8. We can also say something about those, and those we call alternate exterior angles. So on the outside of the two parallel lines, right, then you have angle 3, and then alternate side, that's angle 8. Okay, and then alternate side of the transversal again, we have angle 2 and angle 7. Those are your alternate exterior angles. So if it's on the inside of the parallel lines, we call them interior angles. Outside the parallel lines, exterior angles. Alternate side of the transversal. Okay, that is all of your vocab when it comes to identifying congruent angles for parallel lines and transversals. Thanks for watching.